Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
As sure as there will always be death and taxes, we're getting close to adding scams to that list. On any given day, someone's trying to scam others across the valley. Do you know how to spot them and stay protected? Valley News Team's Katie Opperly shows you a new website from the Federal Trade Commission that identifies the scams right here at home.
Fargo police have been warning people of the valley of scam after scam after scam. It's important to be able to recognize these ploys to be sure you don't become their next victim. The good news is the Federal Trade Commission has a whole list of things you can do to fight back. A brand new website allows people to find popular scams in their area. For North Dakota and Minnesota, imposter scams top the charts, doubling any other type of scam. Imposter scammers pretend to be someone you trust to convince you to send them money, like police, a family member, or a government official. In the Valley, one imposter scammer claimed to be the Fargo Police Department, saying charges against them will be dropped if they pay up. People should be skeptical of any call asking for money. Minnesota residents should be particularly cautious as the state ranks in the top 10 to receive these scams. The state has over 13,000 fraud reports this year. This website also allows people to see payment methods, age groups, and contact methods most impacted by scammers. Spotting imposters, never giving out personal information, and using safe forms of payment can help protect against fraud. The FTC reminds everyone to report scams, whether it be online, over the phone, or in an email, in an attempt to stop scammers as soon as possible. In Fargo, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
You can sign up to get alerts on the latest scams. We have a link to the sign up on our website. Go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Nice while it lasted. Maybe there'll be another blast of warm weather before the freezer door slams shut. Right now, temps are dropping. Let's get the latest from Hutch on tonight's forecast. Hutch?
Yes, today after the Grand Forks area set a record high in the mid-70s, we've cooled off a little bit, but the cooler air is on its way. It gets here in earnest tomorrow. Here's a look at the wind speeds, which are still robust down in the Sisseton Hills, gusting to 43 miles per hour. The rest of us have seen the winds quiet down. Notice those winds maintaining temperatures in the 60s for Sisseton, 59 in Fargo. Overnight, notice a band of clouds. A little cool front pushes through. We could see a few clouds around here and there. It does look like temperatures will be in the 40s to start out your Friday. We'll be cooler tomorrow, but the real cold air arrives late Friday into Saturday, and for some that means flakes. I'll have details on the latest hour-by-hour forecast in a minute.
A lot of fun there.
Sounds like it.
All right, thanks. A Moorhead officer, a police officer, has been charged with assault after investigators say he broke a woman's nose. 47-year-old Jennifer Thomas was arrested early last month at Buffalo Wild Wings in Moorhead. A call indicated that she may be suicidal and had a handgun. Thomas's mug shot raised some questions on social media, wondering how she got her black eye. Moorhead police officer 33-year-old Matthew Lambert has been charged with aggravated assault. Court documents indicate that Fargo police were called to Sanford Hospital, where Lambert was taken. Lambert says that he tackled Thomas for spitting in his face, and he thought her injuries came from hitting her face on part of the bed. After further investigation, detectives say that it was actually Lambert who struck Thomas with his elbow, all while she was handcuffed, breaking her nose and heavily bruising her right eye in the process. We're told that Lambert is on unpaid administrative leave. We reached out to Moorhead Police, but they did not get back to us. Another Moorhead police officer who was arrested for drunk driving has resigned. Sergeant Thad Stafford was arrested early in August when he was pulled over by police just by Mick's office in Moorhead. Investigators say that Stafford was nearly 4 times over the legal limit. Stafford's resignation is effective December 31st. A man was arrested and charged in connection with a September chase with law enforcement. Levi Sean Guthmiller was wanted on numerous warrants. Authorities say that Guthmiller was taken in on failure to appear, meth possession with the intent to sell, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He was able to escape during the pursuit with law enforcement on October 11th in Jamestown. 100 volunteers in a Wisconsin town are searching an area for clues into the whereabouts of a missing teenager who hasn't been seen since Monday. Authorities reached out to the community through Facebook for help as the 13-year-old Jamie Kloss, that search ramps up. The young girl has been missing since deputies found her parents dead in their home early Monday morning. They believe that she was at the house at the time the homicides took place and that her life may be in danger. The sheriff there says despite multiple searches of the property and more than 400 tips, they still do not have credible sightings of Kloss and no suspects in the murder of her parents.
Is it a random attack or is it a targeted attack? I don't know that answer. That is why those leads are so important.
Jamie is described as standing 5 feet tall and weighing 100 pounds. She has green eyes and blonde hair. Missing signage relating to Measure 3 is a problem for both campaigns in North Dakota. The North Dakota Legalization Initiative is promoting on its Facebook page for supporters to request a yard sign from the opposition, cut it up, and throw it away. Both the chairman of Legalize ND and the campaign manager for ND against legalization of recreational marijuana say they believe this is foolishness.
It's just shenanigans. It's what we go through in political campaigns, and it's just completely foolish, and I believe that it makes them look completely foolish.
If you steal a sign and are caught, you could wind up spending up to 90 days in jail and face a $1,000 fine if found guilty. After months of verbally sparring and political ads and along the campaign trail, Senator Heidi Heitkamp and Congressman Kevin Cramer met together on stage tonight. The two squared off in an hour-long debate in Bismarck where both candidates for U.S. Senator tried to promote their strengths and exploit the other's weaknesses.
Essential health benefits, insurance on your parents' plan up to 26. I think those things can be maintained while we also create a more market-driven solution.
The important thing is that we need to have the fixes. And Congressman Cramer over the years has only looked at this through a political partisan lens.
Both sides addressed critics calling for Heitkamp to pull out of the race for the open letter ad that named more than 100 North Dakota women as victims of sexual assault or domestic violence. Heitkamp and Cramer both said that they don't think pulling out of the race at this juncture would be appropriate. But Cramer did say that if he was under fire in this situation, he would have taken his ads down for a few days. Earlier today, Senator Heitkamp in a printed ad apologized again for the ad. The apology appeared in the Minot Daily News today with Heitkamp saying, "I deeply regret this mistake and we are in the process of issuing a retraction and personally apologizing to each of the people impacted." Some of the victims who were identified say that they are considering legal action against Heitkamp. One of the women says that she considers it reckless that the senator didn't read and approve the document before it was published.
The damage has kind of already been done. The names that didn't want to be put out there are already out there for the world to see, and you can't really retract that. The damage is done.
The ad is expected to surface again when Heitkamp and Cramer meet for another debate a week from Friday. Hope and courage are big factors in battling cancer. The Edith Maris Center provides a Stage 4 support group for breast cancer survivors. Stage 4 is when the cancer has spread from the breast to another organ. In Carrie Leach's case, it was her liver in late November of 2016. She says the support group has helped her in more ways than one.
Things that are bothering us that we can't talk to anybody else about. If we have problems, we can go there and cry, we can laugh, we can, whatever we want. So it means a lot to have that group.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The Edith Sanford Breast Cancer Group held its first ever Pink Palooza tonight to help raise awareness. There's plenty of money to be won if you have the right ticket. Later on Valley News Live at 10, what might be fueling this latest case of lottery fever?
And back in 1956, Grand Forks high temperature was a record at 75. Today, 76 degrees. Fargo reached 73. It was a beautiful day, but a little breezy. Beautiful sunset as well. But changes are on the way. I'll have details on what you can expect next.